OM Systems, OM-1 Mark II. This camera was sent to me on a loan from OM Systems. I've had it for a little over a month now. It was supposed to have been back about a week ago, but I broke my promise. I've been having a lot of fun with this camera. OM-1 Systems used to be known as Olympus. They're going through a little bit of a rebranding, and part of that includes releasing this updated system, the OM-1 Mark II. Full disclosure, I have never shot on an OM Systems camera or an Olympus camera, or a Micro Four Thirds, which is what this is. Yes, you heard that right. It's a 20 megapixel Micro Four Thirds backside illuminated sensor capable of 120 frames per second. That's a lot of frames. I love the way this camera fits in my hand. It's got an amazing grip on it, and it just fits perfectly. The shutter button is right there where you want it. Your thumb hits all the dials, and it's small. Because it's Micro Four Thirds, you get to keep the size down. My 12-year-old son likes to come out and shoot wildlife with me. He has a pretty basic understanding of how cameras work. He's still learning, but out of curiosity, I wanted to hand this to him and see what happened. And after a few minutes of playing with some buttons, dials, and rolling through the menus, he had a decent understanding of how to operate the camera. And I think that means a lot, because you don't want a camera that's hard to work, especially when you're trying to get a shot of a hummingbird that's only holding still for a fraction of a second. You don't need to be thinking about anything other than getting that shot.
What's your favorite thing about the OM-1 Mark II?
Favorite things about the OM-1 Mark II is the trigger is in a very convenient spot, and same with the picture dial.
What do you think about the grip?
Grip is amazing. It's very good compared to some of the Canons, which are just super beefy. Has really thin, really nice grip, and it's also very lightweight.
Every time we go camping, every time we go overlanding, weight is always something that's in the back of my mind. How much can we physically load into this vehicle? And it's really nice to have things slimmed down and really just kind of refined into a small, tight little package.
There is one button on this camera that I wish had a little bit better placement, and that is the record button. I find it to be placed in an awkward spot for your pointer finger to easily reach, or your thumb to easily reach. And when I'm looking at whatever I'm filming, I just rely on my feel to kind of mull around the camera a little bit and find what I'm looking for. And that's probably just gonna come with practice. I've literally had this like a month and a week or something like that, and I'm just not quite used to it. And I've been jumping between cameras, which is kind of difficult too. You have to kind of in your head remember, oh yeah, I'm switching cameras. I got it. You have a fully articulating screen, so if you want to do some vlogging with this, you definitely can. Or if you like to get down low and shoot low angles and stuff, you can manipulate the screen any way you want it.
What was that? That was like a hairy woodpecker.
Maybe.
It's cool. There he is. He's right there.
Where?
Right there. Get him.
It's a her, by the way.
Take a knee. Take a knee. Another benefit to this screen is that I never had trouble when I was wearing sunglasses. If you're a Sony shooter, I don't know how you do it. I shoot with sunglasses on all the time, and you cannot see those screens with polarized lenses. You always have to turn the camera sideways so you can see what the heck you're doing, or like your glasses are up or down or hanging around your neck. So annoying. This does not have that problem. Happy to report. And it is plenty bright in the daylight, and also the viewfinder, really easy to dial in to your personal eyesight settings. I'm not sure what they call that. It's your eyesight settings. Dial in your old eyeballs right there. It's a weather resistant body as well, so you don't have to worry about the rain, the mist. I wouldn't dunk this. I wouldn't hold it under a waterfall, but it will certainly hold up to rain and snow and some ice as well. Shooting a combination of video and photo, I can make this battery last easily half a day. If I'm conservative, I can go all day with this one battery. It's a great size battery for this camera. I really wish that they would put a curtain in front of this Micro Four Thirds sensor, because when you take off your lens, you can see it's just really exposed to the elements. I really prefer the way that Canon does it. When the camera's off, the curtain closes and you don't have to worry about something getting in there and sticking to your sensor. One of the things I absolutely love about shooting on the Micro Four Thirds is the ability for the subject to fill the frame. It's like you're cropping in the now, and you don't have to crop in on an image later. At least you hope not, because on a 20 megapixel Micro Four Thirds, you're not gonna be able to punch in a whole lot without really manipulating the image in some other software or something like that. But for me, I really love the way it just fills up the whole frame. The autofocus on this was pretty dang good. I would say it's right up there with the Canon stuff. Maybe not quite as sticky in the video particularly. There was a little bit of hunting and pulsing going on in some of the video. However, in the photo, once it locked on to a bird eye, for example, it was really sticky. Like, you could be moving and shooting and it would lock on no problem. It was extremely sticky if the bird or the animal was behind brush or foliage. It would immediately put a big box around the animal, and then as soon as it saw the eye, you'd get the small box on the eye.
One of my favorite new features has to be the Live ND feature, which allows you to virtually have an ND filter set built in here. You pick what filter you want, and then you just apply it. And with 8 stops of stabilization, I'm able to handhold and get that silky smooth water effect just by taking the picture and having it simulate the ND filter.
When you're shooting like this for a minute, the difference is your arms tend to get tired with that one, and they don't tend to get tired with this one. The warblers are going off.
We had an absolute blast just walking around in the mountains, doing some birding, looking for whatever animals really that we could find. While we were walking around in the woods, we were fortunate enough to see a western tanager. We've got a whole bunch of birds. The tanager was super curious. He would come into the camp, take a look around, make a few calls, and then he would kind of bounce around in between a couple, 2 or 3 trees, and he would hang out most mornings with us. So who's this camera for? This is for someone that has a pretty decent budget, but maybe not enough to get into some full frame stuff, like the big dogs. And when I mean big dogs, I mean you better bring a big wallet and a big backpack, because you're gonna need both of them. This one, not so much. And I think you're gonna be extremely pleased with the images and the video that you could capture with this. I hope you liked the episode. If you did, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Drop me a comment down below if you have any questions. I'd be happy to help you out or point you in the direction of someone that does know. And we will see you on the next adventure.